Hi, I'm Pamela from Content Clarity and welcome to my channel, a channel where you can learn all the tips, tricks, advice on how to set up and run your online business and use your content marketing in such a way that you get a steady stream of clients coming into your business. So in today's video, I wanted to talk to you about confidence on camera. This is something I get asked about a lot. Video is not going anywhere, and more people are starting to recognize, oh, I'm going to have to do something about this. I'm actually going to have to get on screen, get in front of a camera, and are now starting to pay attention to that. Now, as an introvert, I am, 10 years into shooting video. I believe 6, maybe, definitely 6, that I have been shooting video for YouTube channels, for brands, for various other things. I did not come out of a box like this. It took me time to build up my confidence. I'm an introvert, which people never believe because they see me on camera and they think, how are you an introvert? Like you're bubbly, you're moving your hands, you're animated. This isn't what I'm like in real life. If you saw me in real life, I would suck. For me, I am in a room on my own talking to a camera on a stick. There's nobody here, right? But it did still take me a level of time to build up confidence, as it would anybody, regardless of whether you are an introvert or an extrovert. It is one of these alien things that, we're not used to, especially people of a certain age. Before mobile phones were around, we're not used to seeing ourselves on camera. We're not used to hearing our voices. So it is a bizarre thing. So I'm going to give you some tips on how you can work to build up your confidence and be less scared of getting in front of the camera. First things first, make sure you are comfortable with your setting and with your surroundings. So you might want to create a space in your office or in your house that is dedicated for filming. You feel comfortable in it. Maybe it's the quietest space in the house, or the quiet space in the office, so nobody else can possibly hear you. Just be comfortable with it, right? Make sure that there's nothing distracting in the background that's going to distract the viewer or distract you. Just be comfortable with it. Make sure also that you are comfortable with your equipment, your lighting, your sound, right? So make sure you know, if you have bought equipment, you know how to use it, right? You know how to set up your camera, or you know how to set up the lighting, or you know how to set up the mic. Don't be fumbling around for 3 hours that you set aside to film a video and spend that entire 3 hours figuring out how to use it, right? Figure it out beforehand. Make sure you're comfortable. Let's not forget, you don't need expensive equipment, right? I started shooting YouTube videos with my mobile phone and a £15 tripod that I still have to this day, that's as flimsy as anything. And it's actually slightly squint, but I just extend one of the legs further. You don't need expensive equipment, right? You can use, lighting wise, you can use a window and a lamp. Like, it doesn't have to be, as long as you've got light from either side, it'll look relatively balanced. So again, make sure you're comfortable with that and you know how to kind of set up a surrounding, set up a space, because you want to be able to sit down there and not have that sort of stuff playing on your mind. Second tip is to get used to hearing your own voice. Because again, like I said, being on camera for a lot of us, people of a certain age, is something that we're not used to. And when people say they don't like being on camera or they don't like having their photograph taken, it's usually because I don't like how I look from this angle, or I don't like the sound of my own voice. I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice. Bear in mind, it's not you that's going to be watching this video. So how you feel about the sound of your own voice is completely irrelevant, right? It's not you that's going to be watching it, it's other people, right? So bear that in mind, but get used to speaking. Get used to how you speak, the way that you pronounce certain words, how your accent is. Just get used to hearing it so you're not constantly sitting there going, oh God, I pronounced that word weird. I'm Scottish, I pronounce a lot of words weird. So just get used to that. The way that you can get used to that is start talking out loud. I don't know about you, but when I'm in the shower, I will often stand there and narrate my day of what I'm going to do next, what I might wear when I come out of the shower, what colour eyeshadow I'm going to be on, that sort of stuff, right? Who I need to email first thing in the morning. I will be thinking that in my head, right? So start saying it out loud. Start saying it out loud, right? And if you feel a bit weird about doing it because your husband's like literally in the next room and he can hear you and he thinks you're crazy, wait until you're completely on your own, right? So maybe it's a school run, you've dropped the kids off, you're coming back in the car. Talk out loud in the car when you're on your own, nobody else can hear you. Anybody at the traffic lights will just think you're singing anyway or that you're on the phone. So get used to hearing your own voice. Again, cooking is a great opportunity. Narrate what you're doing. I'm just popping the pasta into this boiling hot water. Just get used to hearing your own voice. Next tip then is to get used to looking at your own face. Again, bear in mind, this video is not for you, right? You're not recording video for you. You're recording video for your audience, your potential clients, your existing clients. And the benefits of it way outstrips how you feel about your face. So bear that in mind, right? Try not to worry about the angles, your chin, your this, your that. I could list 5 things I hate about my face. And I see them when I'm editing it. But I need to remind myself, this video is not for me. This video is to help other people. And just keep reminding you about that. You're showing up on camera to serve, right? Not showing up for yourself. So try and bear that in mind. But again, get used to seeing yourself. A lot of the time we go throughout the day and we don't ever really see ourselves, do we? Like other people see us, but we don't see us. So again, sit in front of the mirror. If you're drying your hair, if you're doing your makeup, narrate it and start looking at how your face looks, how your face moves, how your hands move. Are you a hand talker like me? So again, get used to that. Do you move your head a certain way and what angles does that then open up? And kind of just get used to that, right? And just familiarize yourself with it. So when you do see it, when you're editing video for the first few times, you're not like completely overwhelmed by it. So get used to seeing and hearing yourself. Next tip is to make sure that you are prepared, right? So whatever you're showing up to talk about, make sure you're comfortable to talk about it either off the cuff. I am one of those people, it's like, throw me a topic, I can comfortably talk about it, probably for, an hour. So make sure you're comfortable about talking about it. If you're not comfortable talking about it off the cuff, then by all means, write post-it notes and have them stuck somewhere that you can see. Just bullet points, right? I do that, right? I do that because I'm sitting here and I'm going to be batch filming some videos and I've got a list of the videos that I'm going to be sitting to film today so that I don't have to be like, oh, what was the next one? So that's what I've got. But again, practice it. If you need to sort of jot bullet points down and have them somewhere, by all means do. I happen to have a whiteboard right behind my camera, so there'd be nothing stopping me writing bullet points up there. And if my eye moved from the lens to the whiteboard and back again, it wouldn't be so bad. So again, make sure that you know them. You can maybe even remember bullet points. So when you're doing videos like 5 tips or whatever, make sure you remember the 5. But not only that, is you can break your video down. So what I used to do in the beginning was I would always start right back from the scratch, right? So if I fluffed my words or I couldn't remember the 4th thing out of the 5 things that I was going to be talking about, I would go right back to the start and be like, hey guys, and think I had to do it in one whole take. Not at all, right? If you watch a lot of YouTube videos, they are chop, 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 very fast paced. A lot of the sort of hums and has have been taken out. And so therefore, there's nothing wrong with you doing one tip and then going, all right, okay, what was the next one? And coming back. What was the next one? And coming back. And then when you edit it all together, it's fine. So don't give yourself that added pressure of having to do it all in one take. Be prepared, split it down into little segments, and again, that pressure is lifted and that confidence will just shine. Last tip is to make sure that you look at the lens directly. Again, don't be doing any sort of like awkward body language. If you really struggle with your hands, hold something, right? Hold something that, like that, don't be too distracting. If you think, your hands are just going to be doing something awkward, or you're going to be like your arms crossed or whatever, sit on your hands if they're off camera to stop you from doing that. You need to look confident on camera, to be looking down the lens. Everything else is just your natural flow and your natural personality that will come with practice, but make sure you look directly at the lens, especially if you're shooting portrait on your mobile phone, because naturally we want to look at ourselves, don't we? We want to look at ourselves. But when you look away from the lens, right? If I look up, down, left, right, you can tell, right? So look right at the lens, even on your mobile phone. Even on your mobile phone. Look at that tiny little lens in the top corner, not at your face. That is going to make it look like you are so confident because you looked directly into people's eyes, right? Is essentially what you're doing. And that brings with it so much more confidence. If you're like looking over there or looking down whilst you're talking, because people don't feel like you're looking directly at them, that then, it decreases the confidence level that you're giving off. So make sure that you're looking directly at the lens. So there you have it, 5 ways that you can build your confidence on camera. Let me know if you have any other tips in the comments. Let me know if you are planning on shooting any videos soon, or if you put any of these tips into execution. Let me know how you got on in the comments, and I will be back again soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.